Please give it up for Bayley.
Oh. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is a review of the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Survivor Series, woo, that's a mouthful, Bayley and Keith Lee. Now I'm actually really glad that they decided to make these Survivor Series versions of these two characters. The Bayley actually was leaked a while back, so I kind of already was looking out for her, but the Keith Lee is a very nice surprise. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the review, starting off with this Survivor Series Bayley. Now this Bayley, I believe, is the one from the 2019 Survivor Series, and for the most part it really is just her gear that she had whenever she first turned heel, but it's blue. But I actually like the blue on this version of Bayley a lot. The patterns are a little bit different, but that blue really just brings out a whole new look for the character, and I actually kind of prefer this over her regular gear that she had wore around that time. Also, the face sculpt looks really good. This is kind of more of a kind of neutral facial expression for Bayley, which I feel like kind of fits her more around this time, since she was more of a life sucks and then you die kind of depressing heel. So it's actually pretty good. And one thing is, if for whatever reason you don't like this head, you're pretty sure you can pop it off and put the other kind of smirking, smiling Bayley head on here, which I think will go pretty well. But we're gonna do a little bit of comparison later. Also, you can tell that the hair is a little bit more matted down, like how it was during her match against Becky and Shayna. Also, I noticed that her little SmackDown band on her arm is actually painted onto the arm instead of being a separate piece. Don't really know how I feel about that. I would have kind of rather had it be like a separate piece, just so I could maybe pop it off and put it on another figure if I felt like it, but that's not too big of a deal. Most of the time when it comes to like stuff that the WWE superstars wear on their arms, most of the time it's painted on there, so I'm not gonna gripe too much about that. But let's go ahead and move on to Articulation. Now this is a Elite Collection action figure, so most of you watching this video kind of already know their run-of-the-mill articulation, the single jointed arms, the double jointed legs. I am a little disappointed that this Bayley doesn't have double jointed arms like the recent Elite Becky that they made. For whatever reason, they gave her double jointed arms and then went right back to single joints. So I really wish that they would make double joints a norm now for the Elite Collection, but not gonna gripe too much about that. It's kind of what I was expecting already. Just a little disappointed about that. There's not really a whole lot to say about Bayley's articulation. If you have the other Elite Collection Bayley that they came out with, you're pretty much getting the same articulation from this action figure. But what I really wanted to talk about, and for those of you who've been watching my videos for quite a while, favorite part of the video, accessories. And Bayley has quite a few accessories, many of which I didn't think I would like as much. She comes with the headdress that she had on top of her head right before the match, and actually I really like this a lot. It fits on top of the head very well, nice and snug. You could turn her upside down and it wouldn't fall off, at least not very easily. Another thing that I wasn't expecting to like as much is this shirt jacket thing she comes with. I saw the pictures of it and it looked like it was gonna be kind of one of those awkward cloth shirts that kind of rest oddly on the figure, but it actually goes around Bayley pretty snug, pretty firm. Like the fabric, I'm not exactly really sure what it is, but it's not your run-of-the-mill cloth, and that's probably a good thing, or else it would look kind of weird and puffy when you put it on Bayley. So I actually really like the shirt jacket thing that she came with. It does hinder the articulation of the arms a bit, but you can still get her in a couple of pretty good poses even with the jacket on. She also comes with 2 fists, of course, for punching people. And she comes with another SmackDown Women's title. I actually have quite a bit of women's titles that I do not know what to do with. And actually, I'm pretty sure that the Bianca they're supposed to be coming out with also has one, so I'm going to have even more. And now, as I was saying earlier, I'm going to do a little comparison of this Survivor Series Bayley with the other Elite Bayley. There's not a whole lot of difference other than obviously the colors and slight design changes and of course the face. But one cool thing about the accessories is they fit pretty nice and snug on the previous Bayley action figure too. So if for whatever reason you want to display her on with that Bayley, you can. And now that we're done with the role model, let's go ahead and move right on to Keith Lee. And we're all just gonna bask in his glory for a minute.
Oh, bask in his glory, for he is limitless.
Alright, now let's get right on with the review. I really like this black and blue color design for this Keith Lee. I know that they came out with some Keith Lees before, but those ones weren't quite, what I was looking for from a Keith Lee action figure in terms of the gear. And now that it came out with this one hits the spot just right in terms of the gear. So I really like that a lot. I also like his shorts, the sculpting around the shorts, like with the different little pictures and stuff that are on it. They don't get broken up all that much. Even when you move the figure around, it still doesn't look too bad. Now it can scrape on the joints a little bit, so you want to be careful not to mess that up too much. But overall, really cool looking figure. Moving on into articulation, one thing that I was a little bit disappointed is, Keith Lee's a big buff guy, but I feel like because of that, he literally has next to no neck articulation at all. He does have a ab crunch, which has some pretty decent articulation. And, since he is an elite, he does have the single jointed arms. And he has the double jointed legs. One thing I do like is that the double jointed legs are not hindered, even though he has 2 big knee pads. You can still get a pretty good bend on that double joint, even with those knee pads there. So that's definitely a plus when it comes to any WWE action figure that has knee pads. And moving right along into his accessories, Keith Lee doesn't really come with a whole lot of accessories, but he comes with the ones that I feel like he needs. He comes with his jacket, which this jacket actually opens up from the front instead of opening up from the back like I know a lot of other action figures that have like these kind of jackets have had. Part of me does kind of prefer they open up in the back just so the front doesn't break apart or look odd with those little clip ends on the front. However, with the writing on Keith Lee's back, they might have been the right decision to have it open up in the front so that you can properly see the back, which says to bask in his glory. He also comes with I call them his posing hands to do his signature Keith Lee pose, as well as 2 standard gripping hands. So yeah, guys, this Keith Lee did take his sweet time getting here, but he was well worth it. And even though the articulation in some places are a little hindered, unless they at some point make a ultimate Keith Lee, which I highly doubt, I'm sticking with this Keith Lee right here. And as for the Bayley, really like I said, really like this color for Bayley. I think if they were ever to make another one, I would very much like to have Bayley's red outfit. I think it's the one that she wore at Backlash. Let me make it more easier for you guys. Remember the outfit she wore when she portrayed Sasha?
Including a long time on the injured knee.
Yeah, that one. But alright guys, I'm not going to start rambling too much. Just really glad to have these two figures, and really looking forward to what's supposed to be coming out next. I'm going to be having a lot more WWE action figure reviews for you guys, especially since we're supposed to be getting a new Drew McIntyre, supposed to be getting a new Randy Orton, supposed to be getting a new Matt Riddle, supposed to be getting a Bianca Belair. Bro, it's going to be good, guys, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But comment down below if you have either one of these figures. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Which one do you like best? And be sure to follow me on my Instagram, as you'll stay updated whenever I have plans to upload a video, as well as see exclusive photos like of Bayley and Keith Lee here that you will not see in my videos. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos. Catch you later.